everybody, and welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Shane.
And this is Karen. Today we're looking at a lesson called Going on a Hike.
What's wrong with your face?
Well, I don't really like hiking.
You don't like hiking?
Do you like hiking?
Who doesn't like hiking? Getting close to nature, feeling the fresh air, getting some exercise.
And all the mosquitoes and the insects. And then it's really hot without any AC. Right?
AC.
And you're all sweaty.
So you
it's
just
very tiring.
You just can't even really go outside in Taiwan at all. There's just mosquitoes everywhere. There are insects. It's very humid.
No. But I do like going to the beach. See, if you get hot, then you can jump in the ocean. But if you get hot when you're on a hike.
Jump in a river. Why not?
Oh, but you can't see it everywhere.
It reminds me, the last time I went on a hike, I got scared to death.
Why?
Because I saw a huge snake. I mean, it was gigantic. Like, I really think it was like 3 meters long.
It sounds so dangerous. And what did you do when you saw the snake?
I cried.
And did you run away?
Yes, cried and
Oh my
ran.
goodness. See all the danger that you might be facing when you are on a hike.
That's true, but it's also exciting. And it's a good story I can tell now about when I cried and ran away from the huge snake.
Well, you really do have to convince me.
But hiking is great, though. It is. Just try. Okay, why don't we talk about hiking right now?
All right.
Daniel and Emily are on a hiking trail.
Slow down a little. It's my first hike, remember?
I thought I was already going pretty slowly, but I can go slower.
Appreciate it. How often do you go hiking?
I try to go hiking at least once a month.
What kind of hiking trails do you like?
I enjoy a variety of trails, from easy ones with scenic views to more challenging ones with steep climbs. It depends on my mood and energy level.
So is the trail we're on an easy one?
Yes, it is. I tried to pick one that would be suitable for a first-timer.
So today we are looking at a lesson called Going on a Hike, talking about hiking.
All right.
Not my favorite thing to do.
Well, I really do enjoy it, snakes and all. Ooh. So here we have a conversation. Daniel and Emily are on a hiking trail.
They're on a hiking trail, so what is a trail?
A trail is an unpaved path. Like it could be made of like, a lot of times like dirt, rocks, and it is narrow and you follow it through the woods on like a hike.
Ah, okay.
Trail. So for example, this trail leads up to the top of the mountain.
Ah, okay. I guess it's pretty cool of having that idea to be at the top of the mountain and then you can enjoy the view, but it'll be nice if you can drive all the way to the top.
Okay, you're just definitely not a hiker.
Not really. Okay, well, so we're looking at this dialogue between Emily and Daniel.
Yes.
So I will be Emily and you will be Daniel.
I like that idea.
Okay, so Emily starts off by saying, slow down a little. It's my first hike, remember? Oh, so maybe Daniel was going a bit too fast. Wow. If someone is going a bit too fast, you want them to wait for you, you can say slow down a little.
Yeah, okay, it's our first hike. Wow, I wonder how old she is for it to be her first hike. Okay, so Daniel says, I thought I was already going pretty slowly, but I can go slower.
Okay, so it sounds like Daniel always goes hiking, right? So
Yes,
he
probably.
walks pretty quickly, he hikes really quickly.
Yeah.
And Emily says, appreciate it. How often do you go hiking? So she wants to find out how often he goes hiking, maybe once a week, maybe once a month, or maybe once a year?
Well, why don't we find out what Daniel says? I try to go hiking at least once a month.
Oh, okay. That's pretty frequent, right?
Not really.
Well, you're a hiker. How often do you go hiking?
Well, it depends. Like right now, I'm more in a swimming mode.
Okay.
When I'm in a hiking mode, I do it for exercise, so I will go maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
4 or 5 times a week?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really often.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm doing it as part of my normal exercise routine.
Wow, you're so healthy.
Oh, yeah.
So Emily says, what kind of hiking trails do you like? So from here, we know that there are so many different types of hiking trails, right? Maybe some are a little more difficult and some are a little easier, right?
Right, some could be like beginner, some could be advanced.
Ah, that's right.
Okay, so he says, I enjoy a variety of trails, from easy ones with scenic views to more challenging ones with steep climbs.
Oh, okay. So like a variety of hiking trails, meaning like so many different types.
Yeah, like maybe the kind that you might feel a little bit more comfortable with. It's like, it's pretty easy and there's a lot of like scenery. But I like the ones that are challenging and you have to climb like up ropes and it's very steep. That's cool. So he continues, it depends on my mood and energy level.
Okay.
Which I kind of agree with. Yeah, like sometimes I'm in the mood to really challenge myself for exercise. Other times I just want to enjoy the scenery.
Take it easy.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of scenery, we have scenic, which is an adjective.
That's right.
And that means having or allowing you to see beautiful natural features. So just seeing beautiful nature. So for example, you can say, this is an area of outstanding scenic beauty.
Oh, that means it has a beautiful scenery, beautiful view.
Right, exactly.
Okay, and we're talking about a variety of different hiking trails. So some are easier, but some are more challenging.
Right.
So challenging is an adjective. Basically, a challenge is something new and difficult, which requires great effort and determination. So something that is challenging, it describes that, something a little bit hard to do. So for example, Sally took 20 minutes to complete the challenging puzzle. So the puzzle that's not very easy to do, a little bit hard for her.
So then we could use it as a noun and say this puzzle was a challenge.
Right.
Right? It challenged me as a verb, right? Okay.
So challenging is the adjective.
Great. Okay. So we have steep, right? So steep is an adjective which means rising or falling very sharply.
That's right.
Right? So you can have like a steep slope, a steep mountain, a steep hillside. Our example sentence, the mountain path was steep and difficult to climb.
That's right. So I would imagine something like that. If something's very steep, it will be very difficult to climb. And sometimes it can be a little bit dangerous too.
I like those kind of challenging hikes, though.
Really? Wow, okay. Well, make sure you have enough energy when you go on those hiking trails.
Okay.
So energy is a noun. So right here, it just means the general meaning of energy is the ability to be active. If you have a lot of energy, it means that you like to be active. You like to move around a lot. So for example, I don't have much energy today, so I think I will stay home. You kind of just want to stay at home and rest a little
And
bit.
be inactive.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, and Emily says, so is the trail we're on an easy one? Because obviously, I think Emily doesn't really know a lot about hiking trails, right? So just by looking at it, she doesn't really know if they're on an easier one or a more challenging one. So she's asking Daniel if it's an easy one.
Okay, so Daniel says, yes, it is. I tried to pick one that would be suitable for a first-timer, which Emily is, right? So first time hiking, and he thought of that.
That's right. That would be suitable. That would fit for a first-timer. That would not be too hard, right? Okay. How about let's take a quick break and we'll be back to learn more about Emily and Daniel.
Fantastic.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次的对话是关于爬山健行。那么对话一开始 ，Daniel 和 Emily 正在走登山步道。那么 Emily 叫 Daniel 走慢一点啦，毕竟这是他第一次健行。Daniel 以为自己已经走很慢了，可是呢，他还是可以把脚步再放慢一点。看来 Daniel 应该是蛮常去健行的。他说他试着至少每个月健行一次。那从风景优美的轻松步道，到那种比较有挑战性、有陡峭爬坡的步道，各种步道他都喜欢。那这是取决于他的心情和体力状态。好，单字 trail 它就可以指步道、小径，尤其是像乡村或是林间的步道。Shane 老师他用到 unpaved 来描述 unpaved unpaved 它可以用来形容是未铺砌的，就是道路没有铺的那种意思。好，那么 challenging 它则是形容具有挑战性的、有难度的。那 steep 它可以形容陡峭的，或者是升降是很急剧的。老师这时候有用到这个 hillside 这个字 ，hill 山丘这个字后面加上 side， 那 hillside 可以表达山坡、山腰。再来 energy 它表示体力、精力、活力或是能源。好，说到每个月至少健行一次，对于我们这种不喜欢健行的人来说，其实已经很多次很频繁。可是 Shane 老师不这么认为，他开玩笑说他现在是游泳模式，以前则是健行模式。当他用健行当主要运动时，一周可以去4-5次。好，老师用到 mode M-O-D-E 这个字可以指模式或是行为方式哦。好，接着回到课文中。
Daniel and Emily have been hiking for about an hour.
How are you enjoying the hike so far, Emily?
I'm loving it. Is hiking popular where you're from?
Yes, many people enjoy exploring the mountains and forests.
What do you like about hiking?
I just love nature. I also love the fresh air and the sense of accomplishment when reaching the top.
That makes sense. Do you have any tips for a beginner hiker such as myself?
Sure. Start with easy trails, wear comfortable shoes, stay hydrated, and always carry a map and snacks. It's important to take breaks when needed too.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at a dialogue between Daniel and Emily, and they were on a hiking trail. Now, Emily is a first-timer, so it's her first hike. But whereas Daniel, actually, he hikes pretty often, right?
Right. He's a more experienced hiker.
That's right.
Okay, so in this part, they're going to be discussing the appeal of hiking.
What does that mean?
So appeal is just the quality of something or somebody that makes them or it attractive. What makes people like that thing or person. Okay, so Daniel and Emily have been hiking for about an hour.
That's a long time.
Not really.
Not for hiking, right?
Not for hiking.
Okay, so Daniel says,
how are you enjoying the hike so far, Emily?
And Emily says, I'm loving it. Is hiking popular where you're from? Okay, so Emily actually enjoys hiking so far. I mean, it's her first time, right? And then she's asking, is hiking popular where you're from? So you know that Emily and Daniel, they're from two different places.
Right. So Daniel says, yes, many people enjoy exploring the mountains and forests. Okay, so where he's from, there's mountains and forests.
And hiking was very, very popular. That means a lot of people like it, right?
Yeah.
And Emily says, what do you like about hiking?
Yeah, I guess there's probably a lot of things that you could enjoy about hiking. I mean, we know from you, there's things that you could definitely dislike about hiking. So
like
let's find out.
Caterpillars, insects,
Caterpillars too.
Worms.
Oh, I got bit by a caterpillar once when I was hiking.
Caterpillars can bite people?
Yes.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
no. It just actually, when you touch it, it had poison. And my whole finger turned black. Okay, that's a different story for a different time. So
Okay.
Daniel says, I just love nature. I also love the fresh air and the sense of accomplishment when reaching the top.
Okay, so one thing I have to agree with you is that the fresh air that you get when you're hiking, that feels nice.
Yeah, well, and I think, do you not like exercise at all?
I like swimming. I like walking and dancing.
Do you like getting your heartbeat up? Just certain activities that you enjoy.
Bingo.
Okay, air conditioning or a pool or a body of water. Okay, so we have another vocabulary word, accomplishment, which is a noun. So an accomplishment is something that is successful or that is achieved after a lot of work or effort. So he likes the sense of accomplishment.
It's like that feeling, right?
Like you put in the hard work and you're sweating and your legs are sore, and he likes that feeling.
But once you make it to the top, he feels proud of himself, right?
Right.
Okay, so Emily says that makes sense. Do you have any tips for a beginner hiker such as myself? Okay, that makes sense. You have any advice? That's just what she's asking, right? Because Daniel hikes all the time, so
Right.
maybe there are some tips or advice that he can give Emily.
Right. So Daniel says, sure, start with easy trails, wear comfortable shoes,
Not heels.
stay hydrated, and always carry a map and snacks. Right, so what does it mean to stay hydrated?
Well, that just means having enough water or liquid in your body. So, if you're hiking for a long time, you are sweating, right? So you're kind of losing, you're not really staying hydrated.
You're getting dehydrated.
Exactly. So you need to drink more water or some sports drink to keep yourself hydrated. So we have an example sentence. You can say that be sure to stay hydrated during the race by drinking plenty of fluids or drinking plenty of water.
Right, well, water is a fluid, right? So, but yeah, drinking any kind of drink is pretty important when you're hiking because you do sweat so
Exactly.
much. Okay, so finally he says it's important to take breaks when needed to. Okay, so like you need to rest.
Exactly.
Obviously while you're hiking because otherwise you're going to tire yourself out. You could even get cramps.
And then nobody will be in the mountains to save you, right? So that's also why you have to carry a map too. So you got to know where you are.
Yeah, I think in Taipei, you don't really need maps. It's pretty small.
Hey, but you never know. So try to go on a hike with friends.
That's true. Use the buddy system.
Exactly.
All right, that's all the time we have for today, and we will see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Daniel 算是很有经验的健行登山客，那老师用到 experienced 来形容他。那么 experience 后面再加上 d， 可以形容是有经验的、老练的。好，那第二段对话小标题写到 discussing the appeal of hiking， 讨论健行活动的魅力。那 appeal 当名词就表示魅力、吸引力，它的相关词性 appealing， 这是形容具有吸引力的、迷人的。那现在 Daniel 和 Emily 已经走了大约1个小时，到目前为止 Emily 还蛮喜欢的，她也就问到 Daniel 喜欢健行的什么部分。Daniel 说他只是喜欢大自然，那也喜欢新鲜空气，还有到达山顶时的成就感。Emily 听了觉得很有道理，然后也想请对方提供他这个菜鸟一些建议，所以 Daniel 就建议他说可以从这个轻松步道开始啊，穿舒适的鞋，补充水分，随身携带地图、零食，还有在需要的时候短暂休息，这也是很重要的哦，以免可能出现抽筋或其他身体状况。那老师说的 cramp C-R-A-M-P cramp 表示抽筋或者是痉挛的意思。好，那补充单字 hydrate 它是指补充水分，我们文中是用它过去分词 hydrated 来形容补水的。如果在前面加上 de dehydrated 则是指这脱水的。好，那么 Karen 老师则用到 fluid 这个字 F-L-U-I-D fluid 表示液体或是流质。这边一个重点，我们要进入文法时间。 好，这边我们来学习 make sense 的用法。那第一种用事物当主词的时候，可以表达合理、讲得通，或者是说指某个行为模式有道理、合乎情理。sense 的前面还可以加入 a lot of 或是 much 来修饰很合理，或者是你也可以加入 no 来指说不合理。例如 His excuse makes no sense at all. 他的借口一点都不合理，完全说不通啊。好，那么第二个，当我们用人当主词的时候，可以用 make sense of something 去表达说理解、了解，通常是去理解复杂或不寻常的人事物。例如 I can't make sense of these instructions. 我看不懂这些指示说明。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Daniel and Emily are on a hiking trail.
Slow down a little. It's my first hike, remember?
I thought I was already going pretty slowly, but I can go slower.
Appreciate it. How often do you go hiking?
I try to go hiking at least once a month.
What kind of hiking trails do you like?
I enjoy a variety of trails, from easy ones with scenic views to more challenging ones with steep climbs. It depends on my mood and energy level.
So is the trail we're on an easy one?
Yes, it is. I tried to pick one that would be suitable for a first-timer.
Daniel and Emily have been hiking for about an hour.
How are you enjoying the hike so far, Emily?
I'm loving it. Is hiking popular where you're from?
Yes. Many people enjoy exploring the mountains and forests.
What do you like about hiking?
I just love nature. I also love the fresh air and the sense of accomplishment when reaching the top.
That makes sense. Do you have any tips for a beginner hiker, such as myself?
Sure. Start with easy trails, wear comfortable shoes, stay hydrated, and always carry a map and snacks. It's important to take breaks when needed too.
Hello, I'm Kiki.
I'm Josh.
I'm Carolyn.
And today we're going to play a game called Guess the Bear. I have 2 cards in my hand, and each card has 2 sentences where a word or a phrase has been replaced by the word bear. And you guys, my lovely contestants, have to guess the correct word. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Oh, so ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. The first word is a verb. The first sentence is bear your game and come eat dinner. The second sentence is she bared for a second before speaking.
Pause.
Ooh, good job, Carolyn. That's 1 point for you, and you got that very fast. Okay, so the correct verb is pause. The first sentence is pause your game and come eat dinner. The second sentence is she paused for a second before speaking. Okay? Okay, now we're going to move on to our second phrase. This is a phrase. Josh, you have to try this, okay? This phrase, 2 words. First sentence, Johnny bared bear to be a nice young man. The second sentence, Grace bared bear in my hometown.
Tried hard.
Nope.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Drove by.
Grew up. Grow up.
Yes, Carolyn, good job. The phrase is grow up. Johnny, the first sentence is Johnny grew up to be a nice young man. And the second sentence is Grace grew up in my hometown. Okay, so the correct phrase is grow up. How did you get the right answer?
I don't know. It just came to me.
It just came to you. Right. Okay, so again, the phrase is grow up and it's 2 words. Okay, so what would you have thought?
Well, I was thinking stop by, like they were passing through the town. But yeah, it just didn't come to me.
Okay, well,
But,
good try, guys.
Yeah.